Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. I hope that you all had a fantastic Festival of Love, Tu B'Av, the 15th of Av, kind of a Jewish Valentine's Day, the day when your heart sings. Now, the poet Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Beware what you set your heart upon, for it surely shall be yours." Now, maybe beware, but beware in a good way, and realize that you set your intention. There's that term I talk about every week. You send it out to the universe, and it begins a process of manifestation. And love may be the greatest and actually the most important thing that you can set your heart upon and manifest. And love is a gamble, but it's one whose rewards are immeasurable. Always take a chance on love. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you don't try, you may never know. And so many people don't try. Because, friends, fear will kill more dreams than failure ever will. Once I had mountains in the palm of my hand, and rivers that ran through every day. I must have been mad. I never knew what I had until I threw it all away. Love is all there is. It makes the world go round. Love and only love can't be denied. No matter what you think about it, you won't be able to do without it. Take a tip from one who's tried. So if you did not celebrate, it's never too late to celebrate love. Love is one of the great cycles of life. Perhaps it is the greatest cycle with the most intense highs and certainly the most intense lows. It can and should be celebrated anytime, all the time. A natural progression of love. As we marry, we have a family, we share the bigger cycle of life with a partner, a mate, a kindred soul to journey through this lifetime together. It's a major step, and one that completes a journey for so many who now have that special someone to share and support and encourage, to entertain, to be entertained by, to grow old with. It's so important. Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. When our time has come, we will be as one. God bless our love. Our love. Now, God does bless love, and love is as essential as air to your survival, so get it and relish it. Now, many of you wrote to me and you told me you liked my 30 roads to happiness. Be kind, eat well, exercise, meditate, be honest, dream big, be patient, judge less, smile often, love yourself, forgive easily, show gratitude, think positively, drink lots of water, believe in yourself, keep an open mind, put your needs first, don't make excuses. Speak well of others. Listen to understand. Choose faith over fear. Make the most of now. Exercise self-discipline. Look on the bright side. Avoid social comparison. See failure as opportunity. Don't take opinions to heart. Select friends that lift you up. Let go of what can't be changed and have a healthy sleeping pattern. Now start by practicing a few, and you will see that your life will change radically. I'm pleased to say that, I now practice almost all of them. I know I don't drink enough water, Certainly struggle at times with self-discipline, and sometimes I'm not as patient as I could be, but I'm pretty good. But it can sometimes be hard, especially in these strange times of anti-Israel and anti-Jew furor. Now, in the next few weeks, we're going to read about biblical choices. They tend to put things in a very bipolar world, this or that. And we tend to live in a bipolar world of black and white, good and bad, love and hate. Now, when someone tells you they love you, you want to believe it. Of course, if it's someone who knows you, it's easier to believe than if it's someone who never met you before. Then you're going to be a little suspicious. But when someone tells you they hate you, you better believe it. They don't have to know you to hate you. That's today's world. People have always hated Jews for no reason other than they're Jews. But the hate is real, and when you diminish someone to being less than an ant, you can justify crushing them, stepping on them. You can justify their elimination. That may be hard to imagine. That to say that in the war between Israel and Hamas, Israel's the good guy. You don't seem to hear that. But it's the truth. And it's a truth that's drowned out amid the day-to-day coverage of this terrible war. It is easier to be bipolar and pick a side. And the side being picked is the wrong side. The side that only hates. Israel is defending itself from an armed group that wants it eliminated. And yet it is being blamed for the suffering of the Gazan residents. Yet there's no Arab nations doing anything to support the Gazans. They're not bringing food. They're not opening up their gates to allow people in. There's no call for them from the world to do anything either. If Israel were to be committing genocide, then after 22 months, there should be nobody left. So they're not very good at it. The genocidal maniacs are the Hamas warlords who starve and terrorize their own people, and always have. The hatred of Jews has simply become a political rally cry. Recently, a record 27 Senate Democrats, a majority of their caucus, supported the pair of resolutions introduced by Senator Bernie Sanders, the Jewish independent, who's been a longtime critic of U.S. aid to Israel, to reduce what they provide and to block weapons transfers. Now, just a few months ago, only 15 Democrats supported a similar resolution. It's now double. Where are the Jewish politicians calling out the reality of what's going on? This is a very dangerous shift in what was once steadfast support of Israel, universal support. It took minutes for the U.S. to be the first country to recognize Israel on its independence. But here we are, 22 and a half months for the hostages to still be used as pawns of destruction. Where's the outrage? The only lesson is terrorism wins, or at least terrorism against Jews wins. The radical haters and fearmongers get rewarded and garner political support from those who should be shouting the loudest for their removal. I remember the film Idiocracy, all about the dumbing down of humanity. I thought it was a comedy. I did not know when it came out that it would be so prophetic a film. When someone, including the next mayor of the financial capital of the world, says they hate you just because you are you, you better believe it. So let's stop dumbing down society and let's start loving again. And of course, another special love is the love we feel when we gather as a group of collective consciousness seekers showing faith. Because we support any and all faith. Because we are a community, a fellowship, a chabura, as we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all. In this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing, bringing fear, bringing light, and keeping fear at bay. So go ahead. Invite everybody you know, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov. Hine Matov, U'B'nai, Shevet Ahim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, U'B'nai, Shevet Ahim Gam Yachad. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 because we are one big community. We support each other. Let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, friends, this is you setting aside a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's part of your Kavanaugh, your intention, there's that word, that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control in life, of what you can correct. It's your intention that sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives. And it is goodwill, energy, light that we send to help heal whoever you know that needs it, to bring renewal and healing for everyone. Because it just floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know and for the souls and spirits of everyone you love. Think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It is for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world. The tikkun olam, that's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. And a part of the healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick, but it is the prayer for the sick, because it's for all those in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere, and special thoughts and prayers always for those truly in need of assistance. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them, because we want health, recovery, good life for everybody around us. We know that there's a connection between all people. And let's continue to send healing energy for the hostages, still in prison, still languishing, forgotten by so many people, forgotten, overlooked by war, by events, by celebrations. Another week. Let's hope that they get freed soon. God bless the hostages. God bless their families. And God bless all those who love and support them. Time will not erase them. Let's continue to pray for them and for the downtrodden everywhere. And for those closer to us. For Ainura, let's hope her hospital stays brief. For Winston, the fairy godmother. For Alan and Charles. For MW and Snoopy. For Miriam and Bill. For Gabe and Amin. For Carson. For Jess and Trevor. For Callie. For Terry. For the elf. For Sabrina and Dave. For Maria. For Paul. For Pammy. For Pinky. For dear Alana and Johnny and Fern. For Kathleen and Carla and Mina. For Maria and John. For Gloria. For Doria. For Connie and Ronnie. For Tally. Mayim. For Dean, Nina. Danny. For all those suffering and in need, let's not forget to include all the familiars of our lives, all of our sacred animal friends everywhere. For everyone you know in need, for the whole world, and for the bee, always for the bee. We pray for all those who need prayer. It's the kindness, healing, wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Me, Shabarach, Avotenu, Makor HaBracha, Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find good courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Baruch, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, because we call upon God to heal as He has healed before. Misha Baruch, may He who blessed, because all healing's a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy, and our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now we continue the great farewell as we read ekev, on account of, and we tend to use a different word of that. We use because the world is round. It turns me on. Because the world is round. Because the wind is high. It blows my mind. Because the wind is high. Love is old, love is new. Love is all. Love is you. And love is all. It truly is. And it's you and it's everybody. Now, Deuteronomy 7:12, and it will be because you'll listen to these judgments and observe and do them, that the Lord your God will keep the covenant and kindness for you that he swore to your fathers. Now remember, we're in the book of retelling. And this book is interesting. Like I say, it was lost for 700 or 800 years, so it's the last of the 5 books to be included. It is different. Just like Leviticus is different, but it's not like Leviticus. That was a priest's handbook, never meant for public consumption. But this is a summary of laws without some detail, and with others not even mentioned or enhanced. Now, this week's reading is an early introduction to the opposite choices of blessings and curses, which have been mentioned and which feature so prominently in this book of words. Now, next week, they're very detailed. This week is a tease, rewards and blessings, because of obedience to the law. We will be blessed and given rewards for obedience and given consequences for rebelling against God. It's a book of retelling of certain history, but all with little differences, and just about always predicated on those 2 opposites that we keep seeing and will continue to see again. And we're reminded again and encouraged to always remember 2 great laws, both of which point at the nature or character of God. Deuteronomy 10:18, doing judgment for an orphan and a widow and loving an alien, to give him bread and a garment. So you shall love the alien because you were aliens in the land of Egypt. The protection of the weak of society, the widow, the orphan, the stranger, with the reminder we were all once strangers. You may never understand how the stranger is inspired, but he isn't always evil, and he's not always wrong. Though you drown in good intentions, you will never quench the fire. You'll give in to your desire when the stranger comes along. Now, the constant reminder to be kind to the stranger is so important, and yet we can so easily forget. And also within this parsha is a little nugget to take away that has become enshrined in common talk, and you'll find it in Deuteronomy 8:4. Not on bread alone does the human live. Or as we say, man does not live by bread alone. We live by love, we live by the grace of God and goodness, and we're reminded of it throughout this entire week. Standing on the water, casting your bread, while the eyes of the world over the iron head are glowing. Distant ships sailing into the mist, you were born with a snake in both your fists, while a hurricane was blowing. Freedom just around the corner for you. But with truth so far off, what good will it do? We live by God, by what God provides, by faith, by belief. And so few people have faith these days. We need to take some time and think of specific God actions, the ones in our lives, not cosmic ones, but personal, intrinsic ones. The big ones are what we remember, not the day-to-day, but those are the ones that impact us the most. Deuteronomy 11:3, and his signs and his deeds that he did in Egypt, the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all his land, and what he did to Egypt's army and to his horses and his chariots, that he flowed the waters of the Red Sea over their faces when they pursued you, so the Lord destroyed them to this day. What he did for you in the wilderness till you came to this place, what he did to Dathan and Abiram, sons of Eliab, son of Reuben, that the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them and their households, their tents, and all the substance that was at their feet among the children of Israel. Those are big. Those remind us of history, of the things that led to freedom, to self-determination, to independence. But it's the little things that go on in our daily lives we need to think about. And we need to remember we're leaving a land where things were handed to us. We planted, and growth came like watering a garden. But we're going to land of effort, and the meaning is there for us. Slavery is easy. You're given things. Freedom is hard. It is work. Deuteronomy 11:10. Because the land to which you're coming to take possession of it, it's not like the land of Egypt from which you've come out, where you plant your seed and water at your feet is like a garden of plants. But the land to which you're crossing to take possession is the land of hills and valleys. It drinks water by the sky showers. Our lives are a series of hills and valleys. The cornerstone of this book is the covenant between God and the people. And the cornerstone of the covenant is, of course, the 10 Commandments. The Great Epiphany, the Asheret HaDabarim, the 10 things given on the mountain to the people. God loves the people, and the people should love God too. Deuteronomy 11:13, to love the Lord your God and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. And Moses imparts two really important tenets. You can't bribe God. He sees, he knows, he upholds fairness and decency and responds best to love. And again, you must treat the alien as an equal because you were there once. Those are easy concepts to accept. And if the 10 Commandments are too much, just keep those two things in mind and you'll be okay. And the world will be a better place. Yes, the world is sacred, so is everything in it. Special gratitude, my friends. Light a candle, make a wish, celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light, and all who live in the light and continue to shine, and continue to send to everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everybody. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we're a community, the whole community of man. We learn together. We celebrate with each other. We love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. So let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life and tell those you love that you love them. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe because we set in motion all that happens in our lives. Our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect, everything is linked. Now, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged, and ask forgiveness. But do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is that acceptance. Can you accept yourself and other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? Because if you do, you could experience the peace that acceptance brings. Keep on dreaming, my friends. Keep on being. Keep sharing. Keep shining. Keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear, follow love, because it's always in front of you. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart and quiet your mind. Because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness, in the ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances, and love with the heart. Because we're all part of the greater whole. Embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Continue to explore faith and belief in what they mean to you. And never accept shame as a natural state, because whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have. Because we share together. We learn together. We help each other, because we're each of us trying to find love, acceptance, support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. You're never alone on your journey. Listen to the voice of God as he talks to you. And remember your connection to God and all that's been created in body and in soul, in heart and mind and spirit. It's a part of you. It's a part of me. It's a part of all of us forever together. But listen to God's voice, because God's talking to you. And enjoy the journey. We are still in the wilderness, my friends. And we're all learning, and we're all there to help each other, because we're all blessed and we're all on the same journey. We are on the road to the promised land, but that 11-day journey can be a long way there, as we saw. But we are here to help each other. People on their own, getting nowhere. I'm on the road to see if anything is anywhere and waiting just for me. Every night I walk around the city. Seems like I'll never know that feeling of being together when I go. And it's a long way, it's a long way to where I'm going. And it's a long way there, it's a long way to where I'm going. Help the stranger, he's on the same journey. Have a wonderful week, my friends. Thank you for joining me. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care.